What's going on? Your boy FrankieThaLuckyDog here. About to do a live radio edit. Show you how it goes down live. Speaking of live, these people are live, just like the Get Live click out of Opelousas, Louisiana. Got the Goonz. Featuring DJ Titanik on the intro and doing his thing. It's full of that weed. Now I'm going to go radio edit this live so you can see what goes on, what you must know when radio editing music. Let's take a listen. I'm editing with Adobe Audition. Now, step one. Make sure your volumes are all perfect, which this is. Got my little list here. Figure out. Step two, you're going to want to make sure there's no silence in songs. See that silence? See the end? You don't want that in there, because if you're on the radio or something and you're like, okay, it ended. What's next? Is the song coming up? Like, what's happening? So you don't want this to happen. So, let's edit. See this ending. Okay, you're going to want to make sure the levels are blank. But you got to chuck it like little by little. Level, level, level. Just keep moving it till it's blank. Move it back. Okay, there. There is 8.943 seconds of silence. Let's take that out. Now, let's get to the editing. Check this out. Okay. One thing you gotta know when editing words out is you want to edit the whole word out, not like half of it. Like, for example, it's fucking. So you want to get the f out of it, because if you don't, it'll be like fuck. It still sound like fucking. So when you get rid of the f and all the way to the ending sound without touching another word. So for example, if it's fucking wet, you don't want to take out fucking w, because it'll be like wuffkin it. Effing it? No, it's effing wit. So let's take a look here. You gotta get it perfect. Figure out how far it is. Okay. Now if you did that, taking out the W in wit, watch how it sounds. It sounds like the W is a little cut off, so what you want to do is undo by doing a Control Z and do effects, reverse. Okay. Now that sounds perfect. If goof wet. Always make sure you play it back in case, because when you're editing with something like this, you may accidentally hit the wrong button and it might not reverse it. Like, I'll show you an example. Now here's the N word. He held his note, so it's a little longer. Now if you press reverse, but you accidentally invert, which has happened to me many times, watch how it sounds. You have to play it back and you hear that it's incorrectly edited. So you have to do a Control Z and then go back, press reverse. See? Sounds nice and pure. Let's see what we got else on the list. Okay. Make sure you listen for ad-libs. We're going to check the song, see what's in here. You know, some ad-libs. If there's any, make sure you edit them out of the background, even if they echo. Okay, here is an echo. Because this has happened before. I've seen it happen, and it didn't make me feel too good that somebody didn't edit out an echo. Make sure you edit out an echoed word, because it's still, you can hear it. And try your best to not see that sound at the end. You don't want to edit it too, because then it sounds like it just jumps out of nowhere. See? It just like the volume just like jumped. So make sure get it back as close as possible. It still sounds pretty good. Gotta keep hearing, because there's actually an N word hidden in here. Now, if it reverses actual words, it's kind of okay, because the main thing you want to get rid of is the word. Shout out to the Gorilla Goonz. Shout out to DJ Titanik. I was on the phone with him last night. Now it's kind of hard when it's like this a certain sound back to back, motherfucking right. So you gotta try to figure out where the ends before the picks up, because you don't want to edit too much of the And if you can't understand a word and you want to make sure, just keep replaying it back. Sometimes you want to listen in mono, because sometimes you can hear it a little better. How I have it hooked up to the stereo, I can hear it a little better on mono. That's some fast dialect. To make sure, see, when I radio edit, I learn more about the song and the actual info behind it. So listen out for the dialect. It all of a sudden got fast. So, look at me talking down and I don't wanna meet the Reaper. And if I get that Reaper, man, I'm talking about that gunplay. I'm hollering, fuck them people. I charge currently $5 to do a radio edit. It takes me about 15 minutes. It's a little more with PayPal. It's like $5 and change, but you can always get at me if you want a radio edit by request. I do a little deal. If you want an album radio edited, a whole album, I'll charge $50. So get at me if you want to do some business. Now there's some common words that make sure you listen to twice because people may take it as a mistake. Bucked up and fucked up. Bucked is not a cuss or a bad word. So it's just bucked. So no matter what you may think, people may think it's bucked. It's nothing bad. We got my boy Jigga Man up next out of the Gorilla Goonz. You're hearing Reg B right now. Now he's coming in with his where Reg B's saying fuck. So you want to make sure you try to edit Reg B before Jigga Man comes in. This is actually a double edit right here where you got two words back to back. In the event of this, make sure you edit the first one right up until the sound of the second one. So you don't want to cut the whole word and then half of the other. You want to make sure it sounds like this. And make sure you take it off of mono because when you're editing, you want to edit it in stereo. When you press reverse, you want to listen to it in mono. Okay, there's the first word. Let me see. Try this. Now, according to the 7 words you can't say on the air, dick isn't one of them, but because I keep it professional, I edit the words still. You feel me? Now, bitch is not one of the words you would typically edit, but because I'm keeping it professional and I try to make it radio friendly as possible since it's hip-hop rap music, you want to be as professional and friendly as possible just so you can keep the listeners. And that's another thing. When you're editing, make sure you try not to talk much while the song's playing, or in case any accident happens, I'll even burp or cough or hiccup in the middle of this, and I'll have to rewind it back because it's a distraction to the ears and you might miss something important. So me going bow, 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 I might have missed something, so I gotta take a look back again. Just like that. I wish I had some dreads because I'd shake them while listening to this. Titanik, you a fool on the beats. That's why you won Louisiana Producer of the Year on my 2011 Louisiana Awards. that was a little messed up. Forgot the end of the fucking. Oh, I heard a background. Titanik.
So put me in the cooler. I'm sitting on cloud nine, so I'm feeling lovely. I feel like mouse look, and they go lucky. We still throwing back, 10 back after 10 pack. Niggas in the niggas, 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 niggas. 10 pack, niggas in the club like Jigga Man, what them pills like, man. Run it like I'm bucket. Run it like I'm bucket to the ceiling. I'm rolling Captain Kangaroo, man. I got that feeling. I'm digging, I'm hacking. Yeah, I'm getting silly. I think I need my medicine. Yeah, I need my medicine. Ain't all the gin and juice, but I want that chronic 7 better weed and niggas on rocket. And niggas. Eat and niggas on rocket. Yeah, yeah, I'm rolling. I know nobody, man, and ain't nobody fucking with me.
Up, did invert. Whoops.
Nobody be fucking with me. Back up. Fuck you. Nobody be fucking with me. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Weed and that Sprite. Got a nigga mind. Nigga. Got a fucking mind feeling motherfucker. Fucker. That motherfucker fried. I'm powered up. I'm on a flight. And we gon' do the same shit. Shit. The same shit tomorrow night. I'm full of that weed and that Sprite. Got a nigga mind. Got a mind. Got a mind feeling motherfucker. Fuck. That motherfucker fried. I'm powered up. I'm on a flight. And we gon' do the same shit. Shit. Do the same thing tomorrow night.
Okay, you may think it's over, but you gotta keep going to the end because you never know. Let's see. See DJ Titanik doing an outro. You may have thought it was the hook or just a beat. No. Still edit this because it's an echo. The letter F. Okay, ass is one of the worst words to edit. You sometimes don't have to edit it, but I'm keeping it friendly and editing it. Just because of the like that beginning sound always blends in with the previous word. So you just gotta just play with it because it is annoying to edit. Watch. Like you think it may be here. When you do reverse, watch what happens. Well, that one was good, but watch this. It sounded like it was a little late with the editing. I'm gonna try another example. Yeah. You and your ass air. No. So you reverse, back it up a few. Try it again. Okay, that sounds good. We'll move it up one. It's a double word, a double edit. Now we might have to, because of bitch and how it sounded, let's try extending it. See how it sounds. See, that sounded nice and smooth. Now, there's only 6 seconds left in the song. Now you see this ending, you may think it's just the beat coming out and having a cold ending / fade, like how it looks, but that's not the case. You need to listen to the very end, no matter if there's a beat or not. You listen because you may hear something that you need to edit, which just so happens that I have to edit something in this. And I know about this song because I previewed it, obviously, so I thought it was best for my radio edit lesson. You don't want to get to the mother. Now I'm going to have to turn my radio up. It's best to edit like this, where you can, because the computer's not going to be that loud, so you want to be able to actually hear it as best as possible. And if you get lost in this, what you got to do is reverse, so you know where you were previous at, and then do a Control-Shift-Z to figure out where it was, and just reverse back. Down to the last second. I think there's a fuck at the end. Gotta turn it up a little louder. Gonna full blast it. Yeah, right there. It came to the last 0.187 seconds. So now when you hear it, now, the next thing to do is to save it. Go to File. You want to save as. Keep the original version for anything. So when you're saving as, you got the ID here, Gorilla Goonz featuring DJ Titanik, Fulla Weed. Now I add something to make sure I know it's a radio edit. FrankieThaLuckyDog, radio edit. Save it. Okay, keep the project open. Make sure you edit one of the attributes at least before you bring it up in iTunes. Like we'll put genre. We'll put genre for now. Okay. Hit OK. Add that file. About to edit it. Fix the title. 2011. Gorilla Goonz, album artist. 2 of Clubs, Most Wanted, apostrophe Z. Gorillaville Records, DJ Titanik on the beat. Rap. Okay, and what I like to do is scan the beats per minute, put it in. Okay, it's there. So then you can add a picture, which this doesn't have an album right now, but now you got all your updated info. Gorillaville Records, producer, all that. And this has been Frankie the Lucky Dog. It was a live radio edit. Oh, one more thing. What I like to do for fun, how many edits were in the song. What you gotta do is just keep the project open and just keep pressing Control Z and just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I count by threes. And when you're getting closer, go slow, because there you go. You got that. And then just don't count it, unreverse it, put the number edits in, and you got yourself 50 edits. We edited 50 words out of the song. Gorilla Goonz featuring DJ Titanik, Fulla Dat Weed, off of 2 of Club's Most Wanted, coming soon, as well as it's going to be featured on my 9th mixtape compilation, The Louisiana Archives. So you're definitely going to stay tuned for that in late March. Alright, and that wraps it up. Let's pull up a pic of Gorilla Goonz right now. Gorilla Goonz!